welcome to my channel. Today is day 3 of the Great Lock-In, which is where we just finish out the year strong and focus on our goals and stay consistent. So I am going live every single day for the month of September. So if you are looking to make yoga part of your daily practice, definitely join me. Today, the focus will be on hips. We did do a little bit of hips yesterday, but I'm going to show you just some more exercises for the hips and also different modifications and variations. All right, so we can get started. Just meet me in a comfortable seated position in the middle of your mat. Crisscross. You can have your hands up to be more open or down to be more grounded. Okay, let's take a deep breath in through the nose and out. Good. Let's take another breath in. I want to start my stopwatch. Okay, now remember here we are breathing with intention. So as you breathe in all the good energy, all of the good vibes. And when you are breathing out, let go. Let go of anything that isn't serving you, any tension, and relax and release. So let's take another breath, just like that. Breathe in through the nose, and exhale. Let's do one more, in through the nose. And take one more sip of air. Exhale. All right, and you can turn over into a tabletop position. We'll be doing some cat-cow here, so wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Gently drop your belly towards the mat, lift that tailbone, lift the gaze, opening up the chest. And exhale as we round, tuck the chin. Good. Inhale, opening up the chest, bring those shoulder blades together. And exhale. And just slowly move between cat and cow. Inhale as we come up, and exhale as we round. Good. We'll do a couple more. And release, and you can gently just start to walk your hands up to the top of the mat. Okay, and we're just going to get into some hip circles here. So just nice wide circles as you come to the front, straightening out your back, feeling that stretch there. Imagine yourself that you are drawing a large circle, okay, on the mat. As we inhale, as we come forward, exhale as we go back. We can switch directions. Just nice slow movements here. We want to make wide circles. Warming up the hips. From here, we can actually send your hips back into your child's pose. Just resting here, breathing, bringing your chest towards the mat. You can have your knees together or your knees extended out to the edge of the mat. We'll do one more breath here. Okay, and then just slowly walk your hands up. And then just turn this left leg in, and then your right leg, we're going to extend this leg. just do a side stretch here. So grabbing this right foot with your right hand, and then left arm is sweeping over for a side stretch. We're breathing into it. We inhale and exhale as you go a little bit deeper into that side stretch. You could bring this left hand behind you, and you can either sweep one arm over, or you can also send your hips up as you do it, keeping that left knee on the ground. Good, opening up the hips here. Do another one here, grab that foot. Leaning in, coming closer to that foot here. Breathing into that side stretch. And left hand back, right arm sweeping over, gazing up at your palm. Good, we'll do one more on this side, and we can switch. Left hand down, right arm is up, hips up towards the ceiling. As we can take a seat. Okay, and then we are going to bring this right foot in. Okay, left leg is extended. Now you're holding your hand on your left foot. Right arm is sweeping over. Breathing in, inhale, and then exhale, stretch a little further. Breathing into that side stretch. Right hand is behind you, left arm is sweeping up, hips up to the sky. With each one, you can try to bring your hips up a little bit higher. Bring this right hand down. Pressing into your hands. The gaze is up. We'll do one more on this side. Right hand is behind you, left arm is up. Good. And then sinking back down. Now here is another hip stretch that you can do as well. This you can use your block. If you don't have a block, you can use a water bottle or really a book, anything. And so this leg that is extended, just bring it in and hug it with your right arm. Okay, and then I'm gonna make sure this is clear. I didn't wipe the, there we go. All right, so your right leg is extended. Wait, sorry, I think you're on the side. Okay, you bring hug this right leg. You have your block here, and then you're just gonna keep this foot flexed and bring this heel up and over. So we'll do 10 of those. And again, you can make this as challenging as you need. If you have a block, you can make it higher. You can use a water bottle. You can not have anything and just work on lifting this heel up. Okay, so we'll do 10 of these, whichever variation that you choose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so you can release this leg that is bent. Keep that one extended. Now we're bringing in our left knee, hugging that left knee, and then you are coming over this block. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so then after that, so you can bring both of those feet back. Okay, coming back into our tabletop, walk your hands up to the top of the mat, tuck your feet, coming into our downward dog. This is our first downward dog, so let's pedal out our heels. Slowly start to try to bring your heels to the mat. If they don't touch, that's okay, but just try to reach. You want to be pressing into your hands, pedaling out those feet. Okay, now from here, shift your weight to your left and lift your right leg for a 3-legged dog. And hold it here. Opening up your hip. And then slowly bring your knee to nose. Then bring your foot in between your hands. Drop that back knee. Both of your arms reaching up to the ceiling. Sending your hips forward for this low lunge. Opening up your heart, opening up your chest. Make sure this knee does not go over the ankle. And now opening up your arms for the twist. We're breathing here. Now you can reach with this back right hand. Okay, keeping your chest open. Left arm sweeping up. Gazing up at the palm. Good. If you can bring both of your hands to the top of the mat, send this right foot back. Tuck your toes, send your hips up, coming back into our downward dog. Again, you want to pedal out your feet. And now extend this left leg up. Try to reach as up and as high as you can. Hold it for a moment. Opening up the hip. Going to bend that knee. Good. Bring your knee in towards your nose. Hold for a second, and then bring your foot in between your hands. Good. For that low lunge, drop the back knee. Both of your arms are up. Hips are square, shoulders are square. Biceps right alongside your ears. Now from here, turn for the twist. Breathing in. Hinging your hips forward, deepening that stretch. Bring your left hand towards your heel. Right arm is sweeping up towards the ceiling. Keeping your chest open. Good, very good. Okay, and then placing your hands at the top of the mat. Okay, and then you're just going to shimmy this left foot, okay, towards the edge of the mat. Heel toe towards the end, drop that knee. Extend your back leg. Okay, we are now in our pigeon pose. We're still upright. Sitting up nice and tall. Gaze is up at the ceiling. Now for pigeon, ideally you do want to be completely on the ground. You can For assistance, use your block and you can place it right here beneath your hips. Okay. And then from here, slowly bring your forearms to the mat. Okay, and then you can also use your blocks here. Bring your forearms to the blocks. The blocks just are a way of bringing the ground closer to you. So if you find it difficult to bring your forearms to the mat, use the blocks and bring the ground closer. The blocks are your friend. Okay, so we'll stay in this pigeon for a moment. Breathing in. And then if you want to try this variation as well, keep your right forearm on the mat. And then your left arm that is up. Okay, bring that around you and then reach for this foot here. Keeping your chest open. Just another way to deepen this stretch. Good. Gazing up at the ceiling. Good. And if you did reach, you can release that hand. Then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. You can bring this left foot back, briefly coming into our downward dog for the transition, and then bringing this right foot forward. Okay, then your foot is at the edge of the mat. Hands are at the top of the mat. Left leg is extended. And then just slowly lower your forearms to the mat or use your blocks. Breathing into it. And then again, you can use your block right here, at your hip. And then if you want to try the other variation, on this side, you would keep your left forearm on the mat. Right arm is up, and then just try to reach for that foot. Keeping your chest open. Alright, and you can release that hand. Okay, now here we're going to bring our right foot back, tuck the toes, send your hips up. And now this time we're going to do a three-legged dog again. Working those hips again, we're going to do 3 hip circles. 1, 2, 3. Knee to nose. This time your right foot is going to be on the outside of the mat, and then both of your hands are inside of your foot. So your foot is on the edge of the mat, both hands are in. This is our lizard pose. And hold here. Now, if another option is to bring your forearms down to the mat. And another option as well is to bring your forearms to your blocks. If you find that your knee is pushing out to kind of compensate, then you may want to use the blocks and try to keep this knee in towards your arm. Here. We'll do one more breath here. Release, bring your right foot back, bending your hips up into downward dog. Again, we're going to do the hip circles. So starting with our three-legged dog on the left, hip circles, 2, 3, into lizard on the other side, knee to nose, and then your left foot is on the outside, on the edge of the mat, right and your hands are together, sending your hips forward. Now you can choose to keep your arms extended, or you can bring your forearms down to the mat. But I do suggest you do the same thing that you did on the other side. All right, and from here you can tuck your back toe, lift that knee, and start to walk your hands towards the middle. From here you can do a quick forward fold, bring your head towards the mat. Coming up for a halfway lift, flattening out your back. And another fold. Halfway lift. You can slowly start to inch your feet in. So they're about hips width apart. Oops. And then just lowering down into your deep squat here. Now, if you find that in this deep squat that your heels tend to come up, I would encourage you to use the block and then sit on the block. That one. So you are still getting the same motion. Sorry, different options. You can keep your hands in the middle for prayer position, and you can gently start to press your heels out to deepen the stretch a little bit. Okay, now this one in particular is very good for your hips as well, and just doing some knee taps. So tapping your knee to the floor, and then tap here. 3, let's do 5, 4, 5. Okay, from here, walk your hands to the top of the mat. Then extend your right leg, and your, sorry. Come here, one moment, sorry. All right. Okay, and then from here, you want to lie on your stomach. And coming into our half frog. Now for half frog, you can keep your hands at the top of the mat, like you would in Sphinx pose. And then extend your knee out, keep your foot flexed. So this right here is at a 90-degree angle. And just hold here. This is our half frog, opening up your hip. Just breathing into this stretch. And this is a more gentle version of a frog, which is a deep hip stretch. Now from here, we are going to press up into our cobra, having a slight bend in the arms. Good. Opening up the chest here as well. And release and come back down. All right, let's do 2 more of those. So we inhale, coming up. Good, and exhale. Coming back down to the ground. We'll do 1 more on this side. Up, pressing into the ground. Opening up your chest. Good. Okay, and our last one. Good. Press. Our gaze is up. And then exhale, back down. And then you can straighten out this leg, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So extend your left knee out, your foot is flexed, okay, your right leg is straight, hands at the top of the mat. Okay. And we'll rest here. You can also just, for this resting period, you can put your hands together and rest your head on your hands. If that feels more comfortable, you can do that. Before we press. Just breathing into it. Okay, now from here, let's press up. Coming back down onto the mat. We'll do our second one, pressing your hands in, pushing up. All right, and we'll do 1 more. Try to push up a little bit further than you did for the last one. Pushing up. Remember, just to go as far as you feel comfortable. And, okay, now from here, let's try to do our full frog, okay? So we have our left leg extended, okay, and then our right leg is also going to be extended. So both your knees should be on the outside of the mat to start, okay? Your feet are flexed, okay, and then your forearms are on the mat, and you just slowly want to extend your knees out further and further and further until your hips are touching the mat. If they don't touch the mat, that's okay, but just feel how deep you can go for this stretch. Let's try to hold it for 1 minute. This is definitely the ultimate hip stretch. If you feel a little tension, that's okay. Just breathe into it. Part of yoga is breathing into a little bit of that discomfort, but you shouldn't at all ever feel pain. So if it is pain, then just loosen up, bring your knees closer together. We got about 20 more seconds, so you can hold it. You got it? Almost there. Try to, for these last 10, try to push out even further. Bring your hips closer and closer. Good, and time. Oh. All right. You can shake that one out a little bit. That was a tough one. All right. So now you can just move in towards the middle of your mat. Make sure you shake it out. All right, coming into our camel pose. Okay, first we are going to do half. Now you do have the option of just placing your hands on your lower back, opening up your chest. Okay, that is your first option. Another option is to bring your right hand to your back heel. Okay, opening up the chest, pressing your hips all the way forward, bringing those shoulder blades together. This is a gentle back bend here. And then just bring your left arm up. Breathing into it. You can try to look behind you. For this gentle back bend. And then bringing your chest forward, and then slowly release your right hand. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Grasp your back left heel. Bring your heart, your chest, your hips forward. Okay, we're pressing everything forward. Bring your right arm up and behind you. Your gaze is behind you, but it can also be up at the ceiling, so you don't have to bend all the way back. And you bring your chest forward, release your hands. And now we will attempt the full camel. Okay, bringing both of your hands. Now, again, if the full camel is too much, you can also just place your hands on your lower back, lifting your chest up, your gaze is up. Placing your hands on your heels, opening up the chest. Breathing into it, sending your hips forward. Okay. Slowly just bringing your chest forward, releasing your hands. Good, and that is our camel pose. And you can bring your knees up, gently walk a little bit forward, up towards the top of the mat. In our hero's pose. Take a moment to breathe here, hero. And slowly moving into our reclined hero. So from here, you're just gently walking your hands back. Just slowly, and then whichever feels comfortable. So if you feel good right here, stay right here. Looking up. You just want to gently keep walking your hands and your forearms down to the mat. If that feels good, stay here. And if you want to keep going, you can bring your back, your shoulders onto the mat. Just breathing into this pose here. First, lift your head, slowly walking your hands back up. Okay. Now from here, swing your legs around, up to the top of the mat. Good. And then from here, just lie on your back. Grasping both of your feet for happy baby. Now in happy baby, you can just rock side to side. You can start there. It's great for your back. Nice end of the day stretch. And you can also extend one leg, extend the other. You also can lift both legs up. You can hold it out if you'd like. That one's a little tougher. And bring it back in. And then release. And just lying down. Coming into our Shavasana. You can place your hands to the side, or if you want, you can bring one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. You can close your eyes, just feeling your heartbeat. Being grateful that you made it another day. Just taking this moment to be still, this moment to relax. So you're just breathing here, being present, clearing the mind. I do want to show you another pose that you can also end your practice in. It's one of my favorites, and it's just the legs against the wall. So from here, you're just going to bring your hips all the way up to the wall. Then you're going to swing one leg up, and then swing the other leg up. And then you would just rest like this. You can bring your arms out to a T or in cactus. This is great for just bringing circulation through your body, blood flow. I know for many of you, you are winding down. This is the end of the day. So this is a good pose for you to close out and relax. And you can get out of it the same way you came up. So just bring your right leg out and your left leg out. Now, if you did remain on the mat in Shavasana, you can just slowly start to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, and come up to a seated position. All right, I just wanted to thank you so much for joining my live. Please make sure to subscribe. I will be going live every single day for the month of September. I do also have plenty of full-length videos on my live for Yoga for Runners, as well as gentle yoga flows, so feel free to check those out as well. And also join me in this in this challenge of just being consistent, the great lock-in. And that is really when we are just being focused on our goals and being consistent and keeping those promises that we made to ourselves. All right, and I also like to just close out with just like giving yourself a big hug. You know, this is the end of the day. Just give yourself a nice big hug. Say something positive to yourself. Something positive about the day. Just ending the day on a good note. Bring your hands together. Namaste. Again, thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow.